This analysis of 0.7 of a cent. It had a lot of time around that 1 cent mark. It's had a nice rally where it's doubled in value in 3 days. It's doubled in value again in 2 to 3 days. So it's gone back up over 4 cents. It's fallen back down into that 2 cent range. I'll be looking now for price to come back above this flat blue line, flat green line. So my entry would be above that 2.6 cents, looking for it to rally back up through this range here. We'll go out and have a look at the weekly chart just to see what more of an overview is going on and at what point we can expect some resistance. Now we see on this chart, we see that we're coming from a value of up in the 20 cents or 18 cents. We'll look at that in a minute. We're just going to have a look at what resistance is above it at the moment. We see that we've got this flat line here at that 4 cent mark. So we could still rally up into this range here. The spike has gone up into this, and I hope to see that price can get back into this sort of range of the 3.6 cents. The red line's crossed the blue line, which is a weak bull signal, and we're now looking at the lag line, and it's got above the candles. It's used the red line as resistance, and now it's using the candles as support. So we're still looking like we should be in that 2.6 cent range and ranging up into the 3.4 cent range. It is below the cloud. This is what I call the cloud, and price is still below the red and blue line. I'll be looking for price to rally back up into this, which is 2.7 cents for me to become interested in it. Once again, we're going to go to another time frame. That way we can get a clearer picture of how it's traveling. This is a monthly chart. We see that the stock has been up into the 28 cent range and been right down to 0.7 of a cent. So there's been some volatility to say the least, and if you bought in at 0.7 of a cent, well then there's some very good money being made. Now price has found resistance at this red line. Big earlier spike from a couple of weeks ago where it went up into that 4 cents, it challenged that, but we've since had this line move down, and that's where it's now being held at that 2.7 range. I'd be looking for price to come back over the top of that line, trying to find back into this region, and that's a longer flat line which it did hit at 4.4. Now that gives us an overview that it is in bear trending, and we're looking for it to change from that trending. So we'll move now into a 2-hour chart to see how it's traveling over the last few days. We see that we've had a nice breakout here through a thin cloud, and that was back at the 1.2 cents range. It rallied strongly once all lines were above the cloud and the price, and it had the big rally. Since then it's came back, tried support at this blue line, and it fell further and has now come through this thin cloud. These lines are back through the cloud and this brown line is underneath these candles. So at the moment we've got resistance sitting at 2.5 cents, and we've got these lines pointing down. I would want to see price get back above these lines so that you would be trying to chase that 2.5 cent range fairly quickly, and we need a breakout up here, and I've drawn in a trend line here. It's broken through that trend line, and I would like to see price getting back up into this region fairly soon. Otherwise I'll be watching it for a potential to go back down on the daily chart. Hope that was of interest. Thank you.